Oh, I've got some news from the Ripaverse.
Okay.
Oh, Sean, this fucking clown. No refunds. That's the name of the motto of the Ripaverse. Here,
Oh
let me pull
no.
this.
Are people wanting refunds?
No, they should. They should though. It's the most bizarrest thing. Look at this.
Is the third one out yet?
No.
No?
The third one
Okay.
is Alpha Core, maybe. So what we've discovered is,
Yeah.
I can turn myself a little bit up more. There we go. Now I can hear myself. What we've discovered is that the entire comic is not drawn or traced, but it's actually just rendered with like cheap 3D assets from a program called SketchUp.
Really?
Yeah, Dick had discovered all of the things in the comic. First, this truck, see?
So
Trucks me.
nobody's drawing the fucking
Nobody's
thing?
drawing this comic. It's just a bunch of shitty, downloadable 3D like models that are arranged in a scene and then rendered out. And they're not even traced.
What about the guys?
I'm glad you asked.
Oh my God.
First, I'd like to direct. You see this trucks here? ISOM's trucks?
Yeah, this is...
So this is what first attracted our attention. Do you see how the wheel, the hub, what is that called? That little
The wheel, there's a little flare, like
above
fender
the wheel
flare.
well. Yeah, the fender
There's a
flare
little
on the
flare,
wheel
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Where above the tire,
Right.
you've got the thing that's cut out of the body, and then on that
Yeah.
body there's it's round. It goes around the wheel,
Yeah,
right?
it just catches a little more mud that's flinging up off
Looks
the tires.
cool.
Yeah.
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 So if you look very closely, you'll see that this always round thing
Yeah.
has polygon lines on it.
Yeah.
You see that?
Right.
Now, no human being would sit there and draw.
Well, no, that's a computer
That's a
thing.
computer
Yeah,
rendering that,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
So, which is why this castle looks so odd, because it's just a bunch of random 3D shit they found and pieced it together, right? Let me see if I can get that.
And like, this hasn't been leaked where that truck is an earlier rendering of that, right?
What do you mean?
Do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't come from him. Like, it was like...
No, it's on SketchUp. It's on like a 3D warehouse for free. You just download this shit. So I could make my own ISOM with just downloading this free shit.
Are there like a bunch of these examples?
It's the entire comic. Look. So this is
There's the
ISOM
table.
laying down. Look at the table, right? Look at the couch. I mean,
Yeah.
See how it's all jagged?
Yeah.
And that there's no denting on the cushions that ISOM is laying on.
Yeah, there's shadow, but that's...
And then if you look at it, knowing this, you can see that the ISOM character is just a guy in a standing position that's been flipped 90 degrees on his fucking back.
I know, because he could be standing at a gravesite going like, God damn it.
Oh, man.
But no, now he's... Yeah.
So they've just rotated a shitty downloadable model in 3D space and rendered it, and then put a thinking bubble on it that says, I need a break.
What about for like all the like specific action scenes for him? Is this really like the guy is all the people are
nothing?
just
It's just a whole shitty comic. Look at his front butt here. See this? Weird.
Yeah.
Let me find it here. Yeah.
Oh my God.
How about that?
That's wild.
Oh yeah, so here's somebody found the same things used in other comics.
Yeah.
This is ISOM and his sister. They're making out because they're in another comic.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't look like ISOM to me though.
He doesn't?
No.
How is that? What are you trying to look not racist?
No,
Right?
he looks younger.
Oh, that could, yeah, sure. They didn't give him like a little mustache, I guess.
Or whatever.
But that's
yeah.
obviously his sister.
That looks like her to me. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the same couch and set up in another comic. So it's just
Oh my God. Oh, hang on. Go back to that.
It's like a chop shop that they just
With a little
crank
fucking
out.
glass end table.
Yeah, where they just crank out comics for cheap.
And like he's put this,
Here's another ISOM.
Oh, now the other guy does look like him. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Just like $6 million and you got it just shitty 3D renderings from a
Now, is he going to come out and go, that guy, I hired that guy to draw. I didn't know he was doing that.
Dude, I don't even think the people care. They all go, well, yeah, that's normal. That's industry standard.
Is it?
No.
No, I mean, but is that what they're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like, well, you have to meet deadlines. You have to cut some corners. Like, you don't. He made the deadline. You don't.
Right.
You don't have to cut any fucking corners.
I don't know, man. I thought the whole point of it was that it's like it's crafted with
better.
like, well, or with love from somebody who really loves comic books. No compromises.
Yeah. Well,
In the story, in the art, anything.
there's no compromise in the profit, as it turns out. So he's getting made fun of.
Yeah. I don't think it's in California yet.
It's not even real. It's
Yeah,
all fake.
Well, there's
all of this shit is fake.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Everything.
That's-
Even that little kid that I showed you,
it's
AI.
fake. Actually,
Fake.
that comes from that render site that
That render site.
Yeah.
You can look at the feathers and you can see that they're jagged.
yeah, you can see they're jagged. Clearly, a computer did that.
Can you believe that shit?
Yeah.
Here's my comic. Oh yeah, $4 million. Who drew it? Nobody.
Well, that's.
Then how is it a comic?
There has to be backlash
just-
for that too, right? I mean, like that's. I know some people. It's going to be. He's always going to be the victim to some people.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're always
yeah.
going to be. It's like that with everybody. You
Yeah.
can show somebody irrefutable proof. Nah,
Yeah.
it's a setup. It's a setup.
Setup.
They're out to fucking get them.
Industry
But there's
standard.
going to be. There's
I thought
going to be
you wanted
some
to be
people
better than the industry, though.
Yeah, there's
Well-
going to be some people who have got to go like, come on, that's chicken shit. Like you got to like that's
You couldn't hire an artist.
an artist.
Like
Like you can't call
It's
yourself an
60% of the
artist
book.
doing that,
it's a
right?
fucking comic.
What you know what you are at that? You're a production artist. You're making fucking
guess.
sausages. You're doing.
Yeah, you're
it's what
making
marketing
sausage.
people do. Yeah, yeah. It's you're a production artist.
What are you even making? You just paid the.
you have computer
sausage
skills
company.
putting that together. Like that's what you're doing. Like that's
skills with a Z.
yeah, exactly.
What it is.
Yeah.
I can't believe this feud has
Skills.
lasted this long.
Well, me
Adriel
too.
was
Well-
saying when you first started talking about Eric Saw, I thought there's nothing that will make me interested in it. Absolutely nothing. And then she came home the other day and she goes, Those aren't even drawn. That shit's all just rendered.
Well,
and I
it's
was like,
crazy to me.
yes, it's crazy.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
$6 million.
And by
for a
industry
comic.
standard, maybe people do it for like settings, like backgrounds and stuff. I mean, right? Like you'd have to fucking draw some of it. Otherwise, I mean, it's not a comic book.
Not comic then.
Comics are drawn.
It's like weird.
right?
It's like weird 3D porn where they have the renderings and
Yeah.
the faces are all janky that they have on the ads sometimes. Like, ugh,
I know, like, you know,
freaking me out, man.
hand-drawn animation is a thing. You know what I mean? I know computers, there's march technology forward and everything, but there's got to be some personal artistic touch in it.
Yes.
Right? Not just like
That's
the
supposed to
same
be.
characters from another
With a computer.
with a new
Not even a face that's drawn.
With
It's
a
a
new-
fucking computer rendering it.
wearing a different wardrobe.
Like a Barbie doll.
What? Yeah.
ISOM is a Barbie
I
doll.
know.
It's just Barbies. Same warehouse in every book this guy
Oh,
produces. I don't want to say draws. Print it out and be done with it.
I cannot believe that well, I guess I can believe it. That every single panel of that comic is all 3D shit. I was looking through your thread and shit. It's crazy. Like
crazy.
the warehouse,
Yeah, it's crazy.
the warehouse with like the cinder blocks on the very bottom. It's literally exactly that 3D model.
Yeah.
He didn't change it up at all. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
And it's
The
in a
gall.
shitload of other comics. So all that multiverse shit has a
saw.
multiverse.
Yeah.
ISOM's all over the place. He's got laser eyes. In one comic, he's making out with his sister. In another universe,
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised by that, to be honest.
I hate the justification of it too, where people are like, "Yeah, a lot of comics do this." It's like, why
Yeah,
would
they're called doctors? Yeah, they're dog shit though.
You're just
Yeah.
making. There's nothing original. There's nothing original about it.
It's not art. It's just a description of art.
Yeah.
It's like instead of just describing a scene, we took little computer playset things and put them in the scene, so you don't have to read. Like, well, that's not really art then. It's just a faster way of.
Yeah.
It's just because you don't like reading.
There's a little like an X-Men PC game when I was growing up, and it's like these like stamps that you could use to put together to make your scene. So you have like a boulder over here, like a building, and like Wolverine or whatever characters you want. But like you're taking all these like different assets to create your scene, and
It's
it just
fucking
reminds
clip
me
art.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
It's
clip
clip art.
art comic. Did you hear about?
So,
I came
like,
up
that
with
was
my
the
comic
bit.
that I'm going to do on Camelot's show.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
the comic that I'm gonna do. It's about it's in the future, a secret government force that undercover cops that age regress themselves to be like kids, and then they entrap pedophiles to kill them, right? So then it's mostly them seducing pedophiles, and then they kill them when they get them. And the comic is called "Me, the person reading this, am a pedophile." What do you think about that? You think that's a good comic?
Are you
I
gonna?
don't want to read it.
Are you gonna use clip art?
Dude, I can make ISOM 3. It's free clip art.
Yeah.
Eric
No
July
way.
doesn't own the tratrademark. He's getting sued for it.
You should put it out before he does.
I can make it. I need help though. I need renderers. Right? I can make it.
Apparently,
I can call it ISOM 3.
apparently anyone can make it.
Yeah, I can call it ISOM.
Oh boy, that's gonna be.
I can't be sued by Eric because he doesn't own it.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
Well,
But yeah,
trucks me.
I smell a lamb.
That only makes them more powerful.
And I can just do clip art.
Right.
I could actually what if I wrote a better ISOM 3 than Eric?
You should make the end table in that living room scene the protagonist of the book. That thing just goes around like
Another day. What if he's a shapeshifter? Now I've got the whole plans.
That's a great idea, actually.
Darren.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy? Darren every fucking character's black. Darren Fontano or something?
I can't remember
He calls
his last
Darren
name.
Fontano's desk. Hey,
maybe it was-
Desco. I've got the goods.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
Lincoln Eusebio on the phone.
Eusebio.
Transform into a car and come pick me up at Altona's.
It's got to
Yeah.
be a Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
Get the money. It's just going to be a whole comic of cars. ISOM 3 is going to be cars talking to each other for the whole comic.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, ISOM will be in
Hell
the
yeah.
background, all the ISOM guys, because they're all just free assets to use.
Yeah.
You know, see how much
We got a
damage
Monte
I could
Carlo.
do?
We got an Oldsmobile.
Fuck, okay, I got to learn how to do SketchUp. Or I can go on Fiverr.
You could probably learn that in an evening.
Yeah, SketchUp. It was made by Glasshouse. This is amazing. Glasshouse comic. Eric's thing was made by Glasshouse Productions or Glasshouse Graphics.
Gotcha.
Because all the more ironic names were already taken.
See, I thought he had
There
like
was
a,
a- there
I
was
thought
a-
he had
there was
an artist. I thought it was like somebody he met like it's
Yeah.
it's illustrated by
Yeah.
this guy who's
Wait,
who's
Sean,
a comic book
Sean, there was
artist. And
another
it's written
there was
by
another
me.
comic company called Sucker Born Every Minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone thought it was made like art.
Well, but doesn't he have a name?
What?
I was gonna say, isn't
Like
that
the
one of the
name
names on the
artist.
front of the cover?
Isn't there a name of an artist?
he's just
Like,
one of these chop
do you
shop
have-
guys.
Yeah. So I thought that he would be like somebody who has he has these series like blah 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 blah. But it's like if he's just kind of cutting and pasting
Well,
and
look,
composing,
here.
then
They did it. Look.
Cliff Richards. Who's Cliff Richards?
I
that
don't
sounds like a
know.
made up name.
Cliff Richards, the artist. Oh my God, I think you're right.
Look at this. Look.
Art.
Glasshouse
Cliff Richards?
Graphics. Glasshouse Graphics presents the Ripper verse with
Yeah.
a hard R in the middle of the name.
Yeah.
They typoed the name of the comic on their own website. Glasshouse
I think
Graphics.
that's a hate crime.
Glasshouse Graphics is creating the artwork for the wildly popular ISOM graphic novel series from Eric July's Ripperverse.
That was a hard R.
It is.
Oh,
it is
man.
Rippaverse, right?
Ripperverse, yeah.
Yeah, my Ripper.
Yeah, he's not saying Ripperverse.
Yeah.
Oof,
No.
Hard R.
And then they spelled it correctly in the domain that they're linking to, Rippaverse, which is really impressive incompetence that you would link to the correct website and still
Yeah.
spell it wrong multiple times. Maybe they don't have black people in Brazil. So they're like,
Is this out of Brazil?
yeah.
Huh.
I
That's where
wonder if
Cliff
I
Richards
could
is
hire
from.
them to make ISOM 3, my comic, where the cars just talk to each other.
Who's the fuck's name is Cliff Richards in Brazil?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I'm so confused.
Look, there's a few of their clients.
Cliff
Look at all these
Richard,
fucking
I
clients.
believe, was the name of the guy who led the Shadows, the UK group in the '60s. Like it's like Cliff
What the
Cliff
hell?
Richard and the
Another
Shadows.
pseudonym.
I don't think it was. I don't think it
was
had an
him.
S, but it was. No, what if he just got the name from like? No
Dude,
one will know
it should
Cliff
have been-
Richard and the Shadows.
It should have been like Arthur Teast or something.
Look, they just got a picture
Yeah,
of this
right.
chick's
Clever.
tits here, and then what the hell is? I mean, I'm not complaining, but what kind of way is this to sell your site?
What are we looking
Don't
at?
scroll,
This is
leave it
their
there.
This
site.
is their website. I don't know what this is. Nibbled to death by ducks.
That's a comic. I guess.
All right. Turkeys. They got a comic about Vito.
Butterball. God.
I can't believe he. I mean, I can't believe he broke your scale, but
With his microfractures. Can you believe that?
Fractures. Yeah.
it's like the most neutered way to do that.
I know. Do you think he's going to make his way in?
Absolutely not.
No. What's his
actually,
latest?
you know what? No. Hold on. He always surprises.
Really?
Yes, he always surprises. He might come through.
What if he gained all
gonna hold
the
out
weight
hope.
back and the original weight?
Nothing in the world would be funnier if that happened.
Yeah,
It
that would be
only
a surprise.
be incredible. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, this one's called "Are You Fucking Retarded?" I could totally make ISOM 3. I got to get to work.
Yeah.
I got to get it out before Eric does.
Oof.
ISOM issue 3.
I have to let the fireworks begin if you get that thing out before he does.
I'm gonna tie it all together,
Yeah.
all of it. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
And make it a good story. Retroactively make it all a good story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like what it was.
ISOM's gonna have to shoplift from a Target to save the world, to save the universe.
Oh my God.
They hid the chip of the device
Right.
inside a razor at the Target at Flores Park in Maine. You gotta get over there, but they locked it up. You gotta get in there, ISOM! And he bounces off a wall and breaks the glass and takes the Gillette 5 razor and fucking runs. And he's like, I trained my whole life to be a track superstar, and here I am running from the cops, and Alpha Core's following him. Pew, pew, pew. And he's like, dodging, right?
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
In order
Don't
to
you think that's
stop an
cool?
international terrorist ring, ISOM will have to become a rapist.